Since lockdown began, almost 250,000 babies have been born in the UK.
Always make me cry.
I've come to Bradford to spend a week on the front line of a maternity unit, finding out how the pandemic has hit pregnancy and birth.
I've got new mum anxiety with pandemic anxiety on top of that.
Bradford has one of the largest South Asian communities in Britain, one of the ethnic groups hardest hit by COVID-19. How has the threat of the virus here affected mums-to-be?
I'm really nervous about going into hospital. I'm struggling to sleep, struggling to eat.
In a city with one of the highest rates of COVID infection in the UK, what is the new normal for babies born in 2020?
I brought you through the pandemic. You're special.
This is Bradford Royal Infirmary. Over 5,500 babies are born here every year.
Congratulations. He's just so beautiful, isn't he?
It's heavy though.
But over the last few months, maternity services have had to change radically to keep women and babies safe. I'm joining the morning handover from the night shift.
Good morning, everyone. I'll start if that's OK. Just to let you know that it's been a very busy night. We are in escalation from 5 o'clock this morning, so currently closed.
This is the first time the unit has had to close to new patients since the pandemic struck. It's because they've got so many high-risk mums currently on the ward.
COVID-19 swabs, we're basically swabbing everybody.
Coronavirus means everyone admitted to the unit now has to be tested.
They've discussed her care with the med reg and he agrees that she needs to be over there on the general side on one of the COVID wards. This is a prime at 10+2.
A new admission has developed severe COVID symptoms overnight. The patient's not in labour yet, but is so unwell that she's being moved to the main COVID respiratory ward. You all right, Jen?
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, it's a bit emotional.
Emotional?
Yeah, just, she doesn't speak any English. Yeah, she doesn't speak any English. She's poorly. She's on her own. You know, it's sad, isn't it?
Where's that lady from?
So this lady's from Poland originally, but she lives in Bradford with her sister. She'd walked from the car park in and was really struggling to breathe. She said she felt like she had a weight on her chest. We know that COVID affects your lungs, so she was really frightened, and that was for her the main concern, which brought her in.
All right, Jen. So what are you doing now? You finished?
No, I'm back tonight. Yeah, I'll go home, cup of biscuit brew, bit of toast, eye mask, sleep. I'll be back.
Biscuit brew.
Yeah.
Jen, thank you. You're a
No
star.
problem.
A few weeks ago, we were maybe getting 1 or 2 every other couple of days. We're now sort of getting round about 2 to 3 positive results coming back on a daily basis. Once we find that somebody is positive, they are then being cared for in the designated COVID zones.
All wards in the maternity unit have been divided into red zones and green zones. Red means COVID infected, green means clean. So there's a lady that's just given birth. She's tested COVID positive. They've got to transfer her from this red zone to another red zone upstairs. So should we keep the corridor clear now?
Close the door wherever you go.
OK, thank you. Right, so we're to come in and close the door. And then we're allowed back out once she's left. Yeah, here we are. Thank you ever so much. We can come out. But yeah, can you imagine, you've just given birth. You've tested positive for a deadly virus. And you've now got to isolate. Isolation times in the hospital vary depending on the patient's condition. Over in the red zone, in the antenatal wards, there are also patients in isolation waiting to give birth. Teresa is one of the midwives dedicated to looking after them. You're newly qualified.
Yes, I qualified November 2019.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thrown in at the deep end.
Yes, definitely.
Do you feel nervous going into the red zone?
I used to do, but now I don't actually, no.
Do your family worry about you? Have you got kids?
Yes. Yeah, when I first started doing COVID ladies, I sent my children to live with their dad just so I could be that COVID person. So
That's a real sacrifice, you know, to not see your kids.
it is, yeah.
Do we have to wear visors?
Yes, we do.
The hospital want me to wear their PPE and have assured me there's enough for everyone.
I've just got Stacey here.
Am I all right to come in? Thank you. I've got you some water. This lady didn't want to be filmed, but was happy to talk to me. She's 8 months pregnant and thinks she caught COVID in the care home where she was working.
It started as a mucus cough, not eating and drinking.
You lost your appetite.
I lost my appetite and I lost a stone in 2 weeks.
Were you frightened?
I were a bit frightened, yeah.
God, your heart breaks for her, doesn't it? Because she's just
Yeah,
so
some
alone.
people are in there for 2 or 3 weeks. So can you imagine being in 2 or 3 weeks in one room by yourself with no visitors?
She got quite emotional as well, you know. She was saying she's desperate to go home and see the kids and see her man, and I think it's the uncertainty that's making her feel a bit wobbly, you know. She just doesn't know how this is all going to play out. The concern, I think, for the professionals, is she's spent time with the kids and her husband, so have they got it? A recent UK study found that the risks for pregnant women who test positive for COVID are no greater than other women. But the ones who get most sick tend to be in the last 3 months of their pregnancy.
Naturally, mothers at the advanced stages of pregnancy, because of the mechanical impact of the growing fetus, will become breathless because you have a growing size of your tummy. You then add COVID-19, which affects the respiratory system, affects the lungs. That's a lethal combination, but we've not seen, fortunately, we've seen a lot of patients who have turned COVID positive while they were pregnant or in the later phases of their pregnancy. But luckily, we've not come across patients who have needed to come to our unit to have ventilatory support.
We know if you're from a BAME background, you are more likely to be disproportionately impacted. Why?
We've seen a lot of patients from the BAME community, particularly the South Asian community from Pakistan, getting COVID. And in my opinion, there are 3 or 4 determinants there. So your pre-existing illnesses like diabetes or kidney disease plays an important role. It's a risk factor. High body mass index or body weight, your age, and I think there is another factor in Bradford which we don't account for, is the generations of people who live in the same house.
Intergenerational households.
Yes.
In Bradford, a third of the Health Trust workforce come from an ethnic minority. The statistics show that you're more vulnerable if you're on the front line, if you're administering healthcare, but we also know that if you're from a BAME background, you're more vulnerable. How does that make you feel personally?
Very scared, to be quite honest. Very, very scared, very, very frightened. You know, it did cross my mind that, is it going to get me? You know, I'm more at risk than my colleagues. But so far, with the guidance, the PPE and the encouragement of my colleagues, well, we're getting through.
Do your family worry about you being here?
Yes, they do. I have an elderly mum. She's very, very high risk, and she does worry because she has mentioned in the past, well, what if you just don't come home one day? And that is the reality of it, really, that there could, you know, it could be a day where it does get us and you don't go home.
What do you say to her when she asks you that?
It's my job. I can't let my team down. It's something I have to do. I'm key worker. This is what I trained to do, and this is where I belong.
There have been over 250 deaths from COVID-19 in Bradford, and with one of the highest infection rates in the UK right now, the city is on edge. A quarter of the population is from a South Asian background, and pregnant women of Asian heritage are 4 times more likely to be hospitalised with COVID than white women. Gulshan and her husband Zira have been self-isolating at home for the last 3 months. I mean, what's the general feel, Gulshan? Because in Bradford there are so many BAME households.
Yeah, yeah.
Are people nervous?
I think, yeah, like, obviously we live in this street and I think most of them are, you know, the BAME community, and a lot of them have just been inside. It's been like this, like, for the past 3 months.
Eerily quiet, isn't it?
It's been really quiet
Because
like
I'm
this.
told, like, we're off Leeds Road.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's manic.
It is manic
Usually,
on that road.
it's
You look at all the
non-stop.
restaurants and everything, it's so busy, but this street is, no joke, it's been as quiet as this. Like, even my grandparents, normally they cook the food on Eid and we do everything together. Yeah. And my grandma and granddad literally haven't got out of the house. I drove past my granddad's house once and he was sat in the garden with a mask on his face.
Gulshan, describe what it's like being pregnant in the middle of a pandemic. What's been difficult?
It's been really scary, to be honest. Obviously, now that it's coming up to giving birth, I'm really nervous about going into hospital. I'm struggling to sleep, struggling to eat. Like, my husband even said to me, let's go out, let's go out to the park, you know, let's get out, let's get some fresh air. And he says it to me all the time, let's get out. And I'm just like, I'm really scared. I don't want to catch anything, and I don't want, obviously, Amelia to catch anything.
Oh, I'd love to give you a cuddle. I'll come back when this is all over. Pregnant women in the community are being urged to stay in touch with their midwives. And in Bradford, most appointments are still happening face-to-face. Noor is due in a couple of weeks. Hello, Noor. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, darling. I'll follow you. I'll stay behind. It's good?
Yeah. Trying to get up after I've been on my back.
I imagine being pregnant is daunting at the best of times. And then COVID becomes an enormous part of our lives.
Yeah,
it's bigger than
already
us.
Scary having the unknown when you want to give birth. So with COVID, it's even more now. And I feel like there are times where I could have celebrated or been happy during my pregnancy, but COVID took it away.
Where are your family? Do you have a support network around?
So I was living in London. I grew up my whole life there. I met my husband and then we got married a year later and we moved to Bradford.
When was the last time you saw your mum?
So during the COVID, I was socially distancing even before the lockdown happened. So I hadn't seen her for over 2 or 3 months. But I FaceTime her every single day, maybe 2 or 3 times, just to see how she's doing. She sees how I'm doing, show her my bump. Has it dropped? Is it still in the same place?
In an ideal world, what kind of labour would you like? What kind of birth would you like?
One where the bird just comes and drops her by the door.
Yeah, that sounds ideal, doesn't it? No sweating, no huffing and puffing. No, I hear ya. As I talk to families, I realise that one of their biggest fears is being separated at the hospital. Only one symptom-free birth partner is allowed on the ward, and they can only come in once the mum is in active labour. Joe's just dropped off his wife, Beth. She's expecting twins, and so she's classed as high risk. She's going to be induced today. Joe, how are you feeling?
Nervous, very nervous. Bit miffed as well, but rules are rules. It's not the best that you have to let her go in and tackle it on her own to start with.
Of course, you want to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's totally understandable.
More for her than me. I mean, she's been terrified of getting it, and I'm an extension of her when I go out, when I've been out working. So I've been terrified myself of coming home and giving her it. She had the baby shower.
She's missed out on a lot.
Missed out on loads.
As have you, Joe.
Yeah. From my point of view, you just feel useless. You know, you can't. All you can do is reassure her. Everything will be all right. Don't worry.
For many, COVID has changed what should be a joyful experience into a deeply stressful one. On the labour ward, there's an emergency. A woman has been rushed into theatre. There's going to be an emergency cesarean section.
Yep, it's for failure to progress in labour.
Failure to progress in labour.
Yeah.
And they're in no immediate danger, but you feel like you've got to intervene.
Yeah.
I've witnessed C-sections before and there was none of this.
Yeah.
And this is all precautionary.
Yeah, so this is all new to what we were doing before COVID to protect ourselves, just in case.
Because she's tested negative.
She has.
But the tests aren't 100%.
Exactly.
COVID tests can miss up to 1 in 5 infected patients. So because blood and other fluids are exposed in surgery, the team have to wear high-level PPE.
So now you're ready to go through these doors?
OK.
Come towards the double door down there. Yeah, someone will see you for the
Thank
white doors go through.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for your help. This mum has given us permission to film her surgery. She doesn't speak any English, so she's being supported by her husband's aunt.
Keep going, keep going. Give me some more, that's it, keep going. That's it, keep going, lovely. Whoa, hold on.
I can see the baby.
There we are. Hey, you. Oh, he's a beautiful size, look at him. So we're just going to give him a minute so he gets lots of good blood through the cord, all right?
You're right, not long. But things are not right, and the baby hasn't started to breathe. The team has to get him to the paediatric specialists quickly.
I'm just going to take you outside, darling. So the baby doctor outside, all right?
They rush him outside to the corridor where the COVID risk is lower. I can't hear a heartbeat.
Do you need any help? Yes, can I have help, please? Shall I stop them?
Oh my gosh. You are incredible. You are all so incredible.
She's like completely flattened down. She's done very well.
Congratulations, he is so beautiful.
He really is. So we'll put him forward.
So handsome.
Oh, he's perfect. Look at him.
Should we weigh you?
And it's her first child, isn't it?
It's her first baby, yeah. Oh, he's perfect.
Despite the fact you're having to wear PPE and you can't hear and you feel restricted and there's much more movement and things have radically changed, the way that you guys react is just, I'm in awe.
We've got better as time's gone on, but
it's a learning process, isn't
We know
it?
exactly what to do, but the first couple of weeks was quite scary.
It's all new, isn't it? I think this is us for the time being, isn't it? This is the new way of living and working. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us. I'm so appreciative. I really am grateful. The research team in Bradford have been reporting daily to UCOS, the largest UK study on the impact of COVID in pregnancy. How does COVID-19 affect pregnant women?
Well, the evidence from the UCOS study has just come out, actually. So they've not found that pregnant women are at any more risk of catching COVID, which is something we're really pleased about, because we did wonder women sometimes are more at risk of things when they're pregnant because their immune system can change. Transmission to babies is uncommon, but obviously there's a lot we still don't know.
Jen, how many pregnant women who tested positive for COVID have died?
The UCOS report had mentioned that there were 5 where COVID was involved, so we don't know if that was the direct cause or not. And there have been over 1,000 women in that study so far with COVID, and the vast majority of them have been absolutely fine. But that's still 5 very sad cases.
Yeah, I was speaking to one of the midwives downstairs and she was saying, God, the idea that, you know, a mother might not come if, you know, she isn't, there's no movement, or perhaps she's bleeding, but the threat of COVID, because they know COVID is present here, they feel too frightened to approach the hospital.
And that's our main concern as a maternity unit, that maternity services don't stop. In a pandemic, babies don't stop coming. You know, the midwives are all still here. And if there's something that you would ordinarily have rung the midwife about, we really want to get across that message that you still do, we're here.
On the neonatal intensive care unit, there's a young mum who was faced with exactly that situation. Hello! Is it Katie, Lee? How are you? Am I all right to just lean here? Yeah. Great. Thank you. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So this is baby Jacob. And remind me how much he weighs?
Right now he weighs 2 kilos and he weighed 940 grams when he was born, so he's more than doubled his birth weight.
Which is brilliant news.
Yeah.
Katie was 6 months pregnant in mid-April and had been isolating at home when she felt unwell.
I wasn't sure about going to my scan because of coronavirus. I hadn't decided because I wouldn't want to do anything that was going to jeopardise Jacob by not going. But in my mind, I thought it might be safer to stay at home because of the virus.
But despite her fears, Katie did attend her scan and discovered she had preeclampsia, a very serious condition that can be fatal for both mum and baby. Katie was rushed in for an emergency cesarean, and Jacob was born at 3 months premature.
Hey, you got your eyes open, baby.
Katie and Lee spent every day in the hospital with their son until they started developing symptoms of COVID.
We both started feeling a bit unwell, and then Katie's temperature just skyrocketed. She got into bed and she was just like an oven, but she was like, I'm just so cold, I'm just really cold, will you put another blanket on me?
Spent that night wide awake, just freezing, and I was like, I think I've got coronavirus. I text my mum saying,
As if you haven't been through enough, you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So, and I literally, I prayed. I was like, I don't even know, I'm all right. I don't even know what else. Oh, sorry.
All right.
I'm all right.
I'm sorry, I can't come and give you a squeeze. The unit organised fast turnaround tests, but Kate and Lee couldn't see Jacob for the next 4 days until their results came back negative. The relief you must have felt, Katie, both of you. So what have the doctors said? You know, if everything pans out in the way that we hope it does and you're home, the three of you, in a couple of weeks' time, when will Jacob be allowed to interact with the extended family?
But in terms of being with other people, at the moment, I'm not really sure. Because obviously I've got like new mum anxiety with like pandemic anxiety on top of that, in terms of like letting people near him or touch him, so...
And do you know what, Katie, that'll all come, innit?
Yeah.
That'll all come, it's just delayed. The staff at the hospital have been trying wherever possible to keep parents and babies together, despite visiting restrictions.
It goes so against what we think we should do. We want people to be in here. This is the baby's world, and this should be the family's world. And the baby's world without the family it's wrong. And I think it's one of the things that we've learned is we can do this. We get people in masks, we group them in alcohol, we think how we can manage distancing when we can't be very far apart, because babies are tiny and we've got to be very close to them. But we can make it safe, and it's been a steep learning curve working out how we can do that.
Have you lost any babies as a result of coronavirus?
I've had one baby who did get coronavirus after discharge, who got really very poorly. They did have other problems, and it's very hard to know the extent to which the coronavirus played a part. But yes, we did have one baby who died. But mums and babies generally have done very well. I've been very sad that colleagues have become very poorly across the wider system. One of my fellow neonatologists in the Midlands got coronavirus and died. And that seems very close to home when that happens.
Although babies rarely get sick from COVID, they can potentially catch the virus from anyone infected with it, even if that person doesn't feel unwell. On the postnatal red zone, there's an asymptomatic mum who tested positive on admission.
When did she give birth? So she gave birth yesterday in the early hours, and it was a section.
Madia is in isolation with her baby daughter, Hannah.
Just got Stacey here as well. Am I all right to come in? Yeah, of course you are. Thank you ever so much. Oh, look. You look incredible. I mean, you look so well. You look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
No symptoms at all.
No symptoms at all. I've had a really nice pregnancy, and you know, I didn't even get an inkling. But so when I was told, it was a really big shock for me. I didn't expect it at all.
Do you feel apprehensive? Do you have any concerns about leaving hospital, you know, with your newborn?
The only concern I have is, can I get it again? And would I know if I've got it, or can I get it with symptoms, without symptoms? You just don't know how bad you can get it, really.
Hannah, you know, the professionals here have obviously made the decision to keep mothers with their babies, even if they're testing positive to COVID.
So obviously we have a policy. We do want to keep mum and babies together. We don't want to separate mum and baby out for any reason. That's just what we don't do. It's just more safer to keep mum and baby together. There's no risk factors or any sort of reason for why they should be separated, unless any neonatal unit admissions.
I guess I'm one of the lucky ones, to be honest, because it could have been the other way around. And that's another scary thing, because what if I did have the symptoms and something did happen to me, would she still be here? So much that plays on your mind. And
you'll be able to, you know, tell her about this in years to come.
I brought you through the pandemic. You're special.
You speak to the midwives, they say, as a working environment, this feels radically different. But my understanding is this is here to stay, certainly for the foreseeable future. If you're going to give birth, it's going to feel and look like this.
To begin with, we were thinking about what life post-COVID was going to look like. And then we've soon realised that this isn't life post-COVID, it's going to be life with COVID. I think it's really opened the eyes of many healthcare professionals at that social distancing, the fact that you haven't got people coming to the hospital unnecessarily. It's all about minimising the risk of infection. That should be the norm for us from now on.
We have to celebrate the victories. You know, there's been so much heartache and so much uncertainty, and we've lost so many people. And there's something quite comforting knowing that, you know, for many families, life will go on. Meeting these families has been such a privilege for me. But before I left, there was one more person I really wanted to catch up with.
Ring Stacey.
Oh my God. Joe. Oh mate, well done. 2 boys?
2 boys. Yeah, proper proud. Proud as punch.
We'll let you enjoy Beth because you haven't got long. Are you allowed to stay for a bit?
No, I think an hour or 2.
Joe, lots of love, mate.
Thank you.
Take care.
No worries.
What an entrance.